that should supply crude oil to the refinery is not operational because of the leaks and vandalizations. So if you have been barging crude in 5K barrels, barges, and evidence does not suggest there is actual supplies of feedstock, where are you delivering the crude to for the frivolous claim of a refinery? Unless, and of course, the OFSEC RON 94 that is dross and heavy in sulfur landed at Okirika Jetty and was sent to Portharcourt 1 for curing with naphtha condensates. This is the time for the National Assembly leadership on mid and downstream to step in and compel the NMDPRA and Standard Organization of Nigeria to organize a third-party lobbying roundtable for verification of the octane rating and sulfur level of the so-called products trucked out to ensure it complies with AFRI 5 framework. So technically, what obtains in
just a minute. We just finished commending the government. We applauded the president. We applauded NMPC. Now you are
commending the government.
You are putting a spanner.
No, I'm not putting a spanner.
But what I'm saying, what you are saying, what you are saying,
yes,
is that there's no evidence of crude supply to the refinery. So how could they have refined product that they never received? You are also saying that we should go ahead to investigate whether indeed there is actually production going on there. I think these are very serious. Senator Ninge, these are very serious allegations and serious observations. So I would like the chairman, petroleum upstream,
midstream and downstream should investigate this.
Midstream and chairman.
Oh
gas.
no, okay, no midstream here.
Chairman gas, downstream, and chairman gas. I think we must look into this, or maybe after we are through with the MTEP, we rediscuss it in closed session in case we have to set up ad hoc committee to immediately move to Portharcourt.
It's very important.
Come back and report to the Senate, because some of the things you are saying are worrisome.
Me now.
But you have 10 seconds to conclude.
Mr. President, let me not be misunderstood. There is nothing wrong in commending the government for Portharcourt to be back on the stream. But Portharcourt being back on the stream, what obtains? Is A standing for A and B standing for B? It is the technicality now we're talking about, so that we don't run for 1 month, 2 months, and then stories come up. But this is an information that I've given to the Senate for the Senate to work on. Verify it so that we move on. We shouldn't be, the tantalization is okay, it's enough. We must stand as representatives of the people, because whatever we do here, in as much as it does not provide the needed and required succor to the citizenry, it translates to nothing. So let the needful be done. Committee on Banking and Currency should look at this ways and means. So far, Central Bank has charged over 6 trillion on the interest on securitized instruments with debt management. The records are there. There are communications so far, correspondences between Public Accounts Committee and Central Bank of Nigeria. And of course, my Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, everybody here knows that.
You know our rules. These issues are not for just mere statement. Put something down and submit the report to the Senate for deliberation. Because if you make just a verbal accusation, you'll be talking like people in social media. So please, let's have your report on this. So
Mr. President,
we can take it up.
Mr. President, do not, with due respect, link me to social media when I'm talking serious issues like this.
No, I said your issues are so serious that they should not be just verbal. Did you hear what I said? I said the issues are so serious that it's not good for them to be verbal. Bring a substantive report or motion on it so that the Senate can take an appropriate decision. And then even mandate the committees on public account and the other relevant committees to go and look into the issues you've raised. For instance, the chairman of the committee on banking, and Tabiru, I don't know what I said. So we should be able to know if up to 6 trillion has been paid by the CBN as interest on securitization or otherwise. So there are serious allegations that should not come verbally. They should come in writing, so that CBN will also have the opportunities to defend itself. But outside that,
Thank you very much. But if you have not forgotten, I have sent a document to your office on petroleum profit tax. This petroleum profit tax and what transpired between NNPC and Federal Inland Revenue Service, I sent a document to you more than 3 months ago. Nothing happened.
Okay, so Chairman, public account, please bring a motion on it. I have gone through your document, and it's not personal. It's for the Senate to take a decision. So bring a motion on it. Distinguished colleagues, let us look at the recommendations. So that
I'm highly disappointed of Nigerian government because the Nigerian government were highly disappointed in them due to foreseen circumstances. Definitely, I'm one of those people approving. People should die in coronavirus is more better than people should die in hungers. Hunger kills more than coronavirus because some people are less privileged. Due to foreseen circumstances that I said it, some people are less privileged, which they are based on daily pay, which are not even based on salaries. But our government thinks that the lockdown is the best solution to coronavirus, and proving it to an extent and to the levels of alacrity that if someone die in coronavirus, it's more efficient to die in hunger, because some people will be at indoor. There's no way.
Nigeria to finish. I will continue to remind all of you, at least from the expression of that senator, you have all the answers you need. And then from the reactions, the reaction of Akpabio, that also gives you all you need to know. They are bleeding Nigeria like never seen before. The FIRS, the Debt Management Office, the NNPCL, and that Senate, where you have all those senators. A senator raised an alarm that, hey, it is not that it is not good, though, that they told you that if Portharcourt Refinery is working, oh. But do you all know that the pipeline that was supposed to supply the crude oil to feed the refinery has been destroyed for a long time now? It has not been fixed. So if they come back to say the refinery is working, how? They have been running the propaganda, non-stop propaganda on that. Yesterday, Mele Kyari flew some selected journalists to the Portharcourt Refinery in a private jet. They flew them down. So then they turned on the engine here and there where everything is and then you know what I mean? And they said they should report that the refinery is working. And that's exactly what the journalists did. So if your refinery is working and you are You are refining 1.4 million liters of petrol every day. How much is a liter of petrol now? How many of such trucks or what do you call it? The content of that your PMS have you supplied to the markets now? How come it has not reflected in the same market in that country? The 1.4 million liters. 1.4 million liters. You see, that one can't be small thing every day. For 10 days, 14 million liters. Since the time they told you that their refinery started working up to this moment, the price of petroleum has not changed. But they want you to agree that it is working. It is working. They took these guys in a private jet. They flew them to Portharcourt. They took them to a few sections of the place. Recorded the machine. They took them to the loading bay. They said that, okay, they have about 9 loading bays. Out of that, not all the loading bays are working, right? However, some are working. Some are working. And you are loading how many tankers a day? Four trucks a day. The scam runs deep. After flying these guys from Lagos, from Abuja, they flew them in these private jets to Portharcourt, paid them. One of them from Channels reported and sent in this video of Portharcourt Refinery. They are doing promo. They are doing adverts. Meanwhile, you are supposed to feel it. By now, you are supposed to feel that one of your refineries is working. Guess what? The data that we have received now has shown that since the time they announced that Dangote Refinery have started working, plus this Portharcourt Refinery, these same NNPC guys, they have imported. I'm coming back to that. Here is one of the reports of one of the journalists they took to Portharcourt. Is it not working? Did you not hear the sound? And then somebody, did you see that guy that went there to turn the, what do you call, is that like a tap or something? But where is the PMS? Where is the... So the NNPCL now said there's nothing wrong in blending. That we are blending PMS in Portharcourt Refinery. What is wrong with that? They blend products all over the world. Is that not what you are doing in Malta? Yesterday, one of the guys who import fuel to Nigeria, they said that since they announced to you that Dangote Refinery have started working, Portharcourt Refinery have started working, Nigeria has imported over 2.2 billion liters of petrol to Nigeria. Yes. And one of the Arrowhead received a happy birthday message from Tifnumbu yesterday. This is the guy. One of the guys who have suddenly become multi-billionaires since Tifnumbu came to power. Is one of those who have shared in the dollar subsidy for oil importers, Matrix Energy Group. Tifnumbu actually sent a birthday message, presidential message to him. This guy alone, since Tifnumbu, this is a person when if he afford one tanker of anything, or say they won't import something from abroad, or he no get any shishi to do that, or is a local marketer. Immediately, Tifnumbu became your president. He just stepped up. Like the Ohando, he just stepped up. They are now them they run things now. They are the ones that Dangote took to court. That the court should stop them from importing fuel to Nigeria. They are now the ones who are bringing fuel from Malta to you. That adulterated product they are selling to you in Nigeria. These are the guys. Tifnumbu's boys. He is now a multi-billionaire as we are looking at him. Abdul Kabir Adisa Aliu. He is now playing with the big boys. He turned 50 yesterday and he received, happy birthday message from Tifnumbu. A special birthday message. They don't pay subsidy anymore like we pay fuel. No, they don't call it fuel subsidy anymore. It is now called dollar subsidy. The last 3 months alone, this guy, NNPCL, Ohando and the rest of them, they have spent over $2.2 billion bringing fuel to Nigeria. Why Dangote? They do promo. Buy 2 million liters and get a discount of 20 naira. Buy petrol, Dangote petrol. Buy Dangote petrol. You dey feel me? They have finished that contraption. It is just a matter. By the time Tifnumbu is done with all of now, you will never forget Mayegun and Mayegun Suwani. Similarly, Okweyemi Bamidele was pretty much enraged today at the National Assembly talking about this Tifnumbu tax bill. Tifnumbu tax bill has generated so much noise, bad blood, propaganda here and there. They've gaslighted the people. They've told everybody that it's in your own interest. It's for the poor, like the fuel subsidy remover. So yesterday, they decided to step it down. They said, okay, you know what? Let's slow down on it now. Until we figure out what is making people mad. But today, Okweyemi Bamidele decided to go extra by saying that people are intimidating them. They are intimidating us from doing our job. We cannot let people intimidate us. It is our job to pass anything that the Mr. President gives to us. We must make sure we are not intimidated. That's Okweyemi Bamidele. And Akpabio agreed. He said, nobody can intimidate us. We are not, the tax bill is not being withdrawn. It cannot be withdrawn by them. It is only Tifnumbu that can withdraw the tax bill. As for them, it It is their job to pass it. And I know they will pass it. And I actually want them to. I do want them to. Be the person who see what will happen. Heaven no go fall. One of them said that. But listen to this bigot. Another crook. One of Tinubu's stooges. The same way that moved against the regional system of government restructuring when that came up on that same floor. A Yoruba man that is against regional system, against true federalism, against restructuring. The same people who were like everywhere years ago, talking about true federalism, talking about regionalism, talking about this and that. Now they have the power to, but they shut it down. Here he was. Okay. Changing the narrative to people are hating us from doing our job. Listen.
All these constitutional points of order that I've raised is simply because I watched the Arise News last night.
Is that the television or radio?
Arise Television News. And what was reported was that this hallowed chamber had suspended further consideration of the tax reform bills before the Senate. The reporter even invited the governor of Nasarawa State and pointedly told the governor that now that the Senate had withdrawn, he used the word withdrawn, this tax reform bills, which Arise News described as conundrum, suggesting that they were confusing, they were problematic. What would you say, Mr. Governor? Are you happy that these bills have been withdrawn? And the governor said, I am not just happy because the bills have been withdrawn, but I'm happy because this will now give us a chance for all of us to discuss. Sir.
Arise News.
Yes, sir.
Asked the governor of Nasarawa State.
Yes.
Whether he was happy.
Yes, sir.
That the tax reform bills
had been withdrawn
by the Senate.
Yes, sir. Mr. President, what am I trying to say here? We do not move from one TV station to another. The privilege that we have is the floor of the Senate. This is where we do our deliberations. This is where we make the law. This is where we do effective representation of our people. And if you have issues to clarify, this is also the floor that we have, rather than issuing press statements. Mr. President, we just passed our votes and proceedings. We have just passed our votes and proceedings, which is a reflection of our deliberations of the previous legislative day, being yesterday. Nowhere in our votes and proceedings was it stated that we suspended further deliberations on the tax reform bill, because we did not. And I felt it would be important to place on record that this Senate did not suspend
or withdraw.
I will address that later, sir. This Senate did not suspend and does not intend to suspend deliberations, consideration of the tax reform bills. As to withdraw, Mr. President, this is simply my response. It was a misunderstanding of legislative process for anybody to have even reported that we had withdrawn the bills. The bills were executive bills transmitted to us by the executive arm of government through the office of Mr. President. It's only the executive arm that can withdraw these bills. They are not private member bills sponsored by any senator. So no senator is going to withdraw the bill. And there is no reason for these bills to be withdrawn. In a legislative process, it is normal that some people will have concern. It is normal that people will sit around those concerns and discuss. That is why, in its wisdom, this Senate, in referring this matter to the Senate Committee on Finance, gave them as much as 6 weeks. Our instruction was that deliberate, organize, public hearing, and submit your report not later than 6 weeks. It might not be up to 6